Welcome back to Shin Megami Tensei III. Last time, we pretty much beat all of the 5th Kalpa, and now... Oh, wow. Yeah, anyways, this song goes crazy! How do I... yeah, how do I get in? I'm just gonna not talk for a bit, because this is great. Alright, so now we're gonna enter the obelisk. Once again, because apparently this is where we need to go. But anyways, where am I right now? It looks a little different from before. Welcome to the obelisk. This tower is only a place in Tokyo that is connected to Kagutsuchi. Everyone went upstairs. Yeah, that explains it. Well, except for the guys on the bottom right of my screen right here. Yeah, these guys are not upstairs. Anyways, we've kind of seen these guys before, so I'm just gonna deathbound them and then get out of here. Most importantly, we get to go back on my favorite thing to listen to, these cubes with the very nice sound effect when you ride them. Now, I do remember... Yeah, actually, I was just about to say, I remember this spot somehow. And that spot where we went down that elevator before when we were first in the obelisk, there was a place that said, if you jump here, you will die. That pretty much just took you exactly to that spot. So we've actually been there before. That means only one thing left to do, and that's probably to go back to the top to where we saw Aradia, I believe, after we beat up those 3 sisters with, like, the scissors and the thread. But now we're gonna go up to this cube right here, which should be where we're gonna start. Let's walk into the lights. And there's a light coming from above. Will you ascend? Absolutely. Let's go. My eyes! Okay. So this is the cutscene area we saw when Hijiri exploded. We all saw that cutscene once again in the 5th Kalpa. Will you go to the Tower of Kagutsuchi? Yes. We are now going inside of the final dungeon. I believe. I'm pretty sure this is the final dungeon, at least. But now we're finally here.
You who are about to ascend my tower, and who wish to enter the light, show me your heart.
Alright, let's check out our heart. You're not gonna rip it out or anything, right?
Within your heart.
You cannot see. Why?
Who are you? Is your purpose in accordance with my will?
Oh, cool. I guess you can't see me, I guess.
If you dare, then come before me with the 3 stones of treasure.
Alright, so 3 stones of treasure is probably the items we need to progress the tower. We need to find them, probably kill some bosses, and we'll be up there. Seems like a very easy objective to do right now, because I have pretty much a full team. Lots of high-level party members. Is that a mannequin on the right? Probably. I wonder what the OST for here is, actually. Oh, nice. So I can walk on... No, I cannot. Okay, I thought I could walk on those for a second. But let's ride. Very slow elevator. Very similar to the obelisk tower, but ever so slightly different. Lots of, like, moving. It looks like magma almost going through those cubes. Is this a door? Oh, it is a door. Let's check the map real quick. So there is pathways. Oh, to many different doors. But let's go to this door first, and I also want to see what the enemies are. Hey, there are mannequins. Okay. We mannequins have also climbed this tower. We've always been looking up, contemplating Kagutsuchi's nature. Alright, what about you? A tower reaching down from Kagutsuchi, the obelisk shrinking. It's all so ethereal. You and me both agree with that. Oh, don't forget about us when creating the world. Yeah, sure, I won't. Ooh, okay, let's see the enemies. Okay. All we're doing? Instant death. Miss. Okay, cool. That would be a great start, just to instantly die. But anyways, we've actually seen this guy in the 5th Kalpa, or maybe the 4th, actually. I don't remember which one. I think it was the 4th Kalpa, with the maze, yeah? And we actually came across those raptor guys. So, what are these stairs? Why is it here? Is there a treasure? Oh, there's a small mannequin here. What reason are you here to support? I think Yosuga was Chiaki, Masubi was Izamu, and Chijima was Hikawa, I believe. So I'm gonna pick none of them. Get out of here. That's also an option. Yes, sir. Is this another door? Yes, it is. Okay, so this will take me right here. Yeah, it seems to be just kind of like a balcony almost, but we do see this mannequin that I first saw in the cutscene. Kagutsuchi is flowing up towards the Kagutsuchi. Some of that consists of our people from Mifunashiro. You mean the guys that died? Well, that sucks. Anyways, what is this door right here? A ride here. Oh, it's going down. I guess that makes sense. Where else would it go? So it's kind of like a... Okay, it takes me back here. So I wonder what that light back in the other room actually took me to. Ah, it looks like a one-way actually. So I actually have to manually walk around here to find new places. We get this boss guy here, Tyrant Surf. I forgot what you're exactly weak to. I think it was just ice, but I can just do physical no problem. And we will get plenty of experience from this guy as well. Never mind. But we get a Pisaka level up. Get out of here, bro. You're just here for your estomas and your various other great terrain negation options. What are you? If you reach the top, you should be able to meet Kagutsuchi. I hear it's a very long path, though. Anyway, you won't stand a chance, so why don't you go buzz off? Don't you lecture me of what I should and should not do. I have no doubt that I am strong enough with my party to handle any obstacle in my path. If the world of Masubi gets created, not much would change. I'm living my best life as it is. But it would be nice if those annoying groups that like Shijima and Yosuga got wiped from the face of the earth. So this guy's a loner. Point and laugh at this guy. Anyways, back outside of this room, there are stairs here which leads to another door, probably to the balcony areas again. But where does this one take me? Because, like, there's a door there. Bump, bump, bump. Chicka pow, chicka pow. Huh? What? I'm jamming out to some sick-ass beats, can't you tell? Don't need to bother with some dumbass pilgrimage just because everyone else is. Oh, yeah. True. Alright, let's ride up. So that's probably what that other light in the other area was. It was just an elevator upwards, which gives me another vitality incense, which is very nice, and also a cash cube that gives a float ball. Now those vitality incenses can probably, well, that's closed light. It can probably be used for my guy Soju because he is pretty low level, and also these enemies I'm not really worried about. Pretty lower level enemies, I would say. So let's go back to the other light area, because it seems to be, like, some treasure rooms in general. Oh, actually, higher level enemy here? Oh! So, we actually had this guy before, but we never actually fought one. So we have a throne here, which is repelling light, drains fire, weak to ice and dark. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any of those that are actually effective, but normal attacks should be fine in general, and also I just do a lot of damage with my melee. There we go. So, a very free, easy defeat. Now, of course, the experience is still pretty low, even though it was technically a higher level enemy, compared to everyone else, at least. It still isn't really worth my time, so if I find another one, I will in fact cut it out of the battle. Anyways, I'm gonna go back to that light I saw in the first room. Here we are. So it was just an elevator. Great. Now, is this just treasure? Or is it another door that I cannot... Oh, so this one I can open. Okay. So that means the door on the left there should probably be able to be opened from this side. Also, all of these are rides, which probably just takes me up. As you can see, there's like a shaft that goes up there. And we see another one of these guys. Get out of here. Anyways, we did fight another enemy, and we got a level up for Bishop Montaigne, which is very nice because we have not actually unlocked all of his skills just yet. And he gets agility, which is very cool, and we get detain. And of course, this is just preventing someone from making off with payment, which could be good for recruiting if I fail, but I will not be doing that because every other skill is just too valuable. And next will be Endure, which is something I actually have, which is very good to prevent one-shots, essentially. So this door is just closed tight in general. You can't actually open it from either side, which is very weird, but I'm going to check out the other two doors, and I will cut to what happens. Okay, it's also closed tight. So only the south door is actually open from either side. So I'll save you guys time and cut to when I explore all of those rooms. There actually was a room I missed in the southern tower. There's like a door here, and there's actually a mannequin here. The leaders of each reason are climbing the tower. The final battle for creation is about to begin. With Fudamimi gone, doesn't matter to us which reason wins. In the East Tower, with Baal's divine protection, Lady Chiaki was the first to start. She's not only noble, but she's sharp. Okay, buddy. Let's check out this door. Anyone in here? Oh yeah, okay. So, I heard the damn mannequins are climbing the tower. Those pests. I actually wonder, because this tower seems to have like the Chiaki guys, and the other tower, I believe it was the West Tower, had guys that were kind of like alone, and the Southern Tower had a bunch of mannequins. So these are like towers of reasoning, and the reason why the doors were closed tight was because this is not my reason. But the mannequins, because they had no reason, I also don't have a reason either, so that's why I was able to use the Southern Tower to actually progress. So, those doors actually had function, it's just that they only open to those who follow the same reason. So that's a very nice detail. You'll find out how sublime we followers of Yosuga really are. I have no business with inferior beings such as you. I will literally punch you to death. You're like, what, level 50? I could really do it right now. I even have resistance to light because of the nuggets I equipped. So now we're back at this balcony over here. And this door should be open. And we get this guy right here. Those damn angels thinking they're all that. This is discrimination against ex-mantra demons. Oh yeah, I guess they kind of like appear out of nowhere saying, yeah, we're with Chiaki. Only after the ascension though. But we do get some rewards here. A strengthened sense. I wonder if that's guaranteed, actually. But we get a cash cube, which has a Soma Droplet, which is a full HP and MP recovery. Very nice. And I'll just check for just the sake of it. This door's closed tight. Because, of course, we are not following Chiaki's reason. Now, let's head to the North Path. As predicted, in the North Tower, we have familiar enemies that we saw with Hikawa. We, the believers of Shijima, we will follow Commander Hikawa and conquer the tower. Infiltrator of our stillness, be gone! Okay, doesn't actually fight me. Okay. We get one of these, we saw them in the dive building. The Mantra's attack, the halt of the nightmare system, and the loss of the maiden. Things certainly got interesting thanks to a certain somebody, but all remains well. We have our god, Ariman, to lead us to stillness. A mere girl on a power trip. A self-indulgent brat. They can't handle creation. Oh, please excuse my behavior. I became quite emotional, contrary to the tenets of Shijima. According to the comrades, there's a bunch of traps on the floors above. Guess the path to Kagutsuchi isn't going to be an easy one after all. Traps on the floor above, huh? So it's probably talking about the center elevator that is like a square. And this one will just have some treasure. This cash cube has a bead. And this one probably has an incense like the other ones, right? Lifestone. Oh, okay, so I just really got lucky with the other two, I guess. Okay. Yeah, I'll take it anyways. I mean, I guess I could use this Lifestone to recruit someone if I really wanted to. Which also reminds me, the Tower of Kagutsuchi, you can probably... Wait, that's what the place is called. Yeah, okay, that's what it's called. But anyways, as I was saying, you can probably recruit people here. Now, I haven't tried, mostly because I simply just don't have the means to do it, because my entire party is completely full. Ah, this guy got stunned. Anyways, let's go up this big ol' square platform elevator. Also, what is that? Do I hear pianos? What? Alright, let's see what's here, actually. Okay, so it's just the tougher guys all in one battle, which is still pretty manageable, so one single death bound should still be pretty good. You know, for Raido being level 80, he sure doesn't really do that much damage compared to everyone else, but his stats are just low in general. But most importantly, we have a new save station, which is very nice because I did get a lot of reward, and it would kind of suck if I died between now and before, I guess. I probably should have said now after I said before. But anyways, I'm also experimenting with a new program for editing, so hopefully my videos will be like 60 frames per second from now on, instead of the weird 30 that would happen when I finish the processing. So that does also mean there are new complications with the editing software. Of course, I'll just have to learn and experiment further. Because right now the problem is adding images. Cutting and adding images and other external sources onto the video will purely be kind of brand new. I do know how to... Wow, there's so many enemies here. I'll just cut through this, I suppose. Ooh, an amethyst. Anyways, as I was saying, I do know how to transition between a clip and another clip. So you'll have like smooth transitioning rather than hard cuts, which I think the hard cuts are also fine to an extent as well. It really just depends on what looks the best to my own opinion. But we had a cash cube here, which has a Megadola rock, which is very good in case of an emergency where the main character cannot use physical attacks anymore, which does happen on occasion. And if I'm out of MP, I can't really use Boltstorm, so if there's ever an enemy where I just can't use any of my options, we have rocks for that. Now, of course, this doesn't really mean much because the rocks are kind of weak in comparison of everything else, really. I never really had a moment where I was like, yeah, I should definitely use a rock, other than exploiting weaknesses. But even then, I don't really have any dark rocks to one-shot the light enemies here, like the throne. Because we do know the throne is weak to dark attacks. How do I get to that chest? Is there like a... that might be it down there. There could be an elevator somewhere. It might be that right down there. I'm not sure if that's an elevator or not, because it's not really like a different texture like that one is right there. As you can clearly see, it's a completely different texture to every other block. These guys, huh? I'm just gonna retreat because they don't really drop very good experience. It's like 800 or something like that, which is not worth my time, unless I want to just fight 2 of those in a row to then level up. Where am I right now? Okay, so this is a different area I haven't been to just yet, and it has absolutely nothing. Great. What a wonderful room. Why do they add these rooms in these games if they don't have anything inside of them? I mean, I suppose it is... that's a lot of enemies. 7? I mean, what I usually do in this occasion is I just Deathbound and Hades Blast, and it usually completely deals with most of the enemies, and if they don't, well, I just use the Pixie to just blast them with an AoE. This probably finish them all off. There we go. Except for this guy right here, but he doesn't really matter because he will just die in a couple of normal hits anyways. But we get a new enemy as well, which is just these Dagger guys, the Floros. So, Deathbound into... nothing actually, I didn't need to do anything. But we get a lot of experience into a level up to level 80. So now, I can feed Metamas into my Pixie if I really want to. We also will get more into luck, and we're not going to be learning Dairahan. Simply because I have Meteorahan, and there's literally no reason to use this other than MP conserving. But even then, Meteorahan overall heals the entire party for just a little bit extra MP. And of course we'll let this happen because it could potentially give me a full recovery to MP, because the light Magatamas tend to recover full HP to the self or the all allies. I don't know why I said it like the all allies. That was weird. Rather than cursing or doing any like negative effects, because the only negative effects for like the light Magatamas tend to be just getting nothing, and nothing is better than something negative, obviously. Because I'd rather lose absolutely nothing as well than to lose health. My life and also being cursed is just terrible all around, simply because we're just not nearby any healing spots, and the save station we do have just doesn't really teleport me back here, so I'd have to walk all the way back. Anyways, I brought in Daisoju because my Pixie was out of MP, so we also get a few levels for the Daisoju as well, because he's just completely underleveled compared to everyone else. And this is... there's a cash cube over there. Well, I'll just have to, like, find my way somewhere that's useful, I suppose. Okay, so there's definitely a puzzle here, because this cube right here is actually blocking the path, so I need to somehow get over there, so I can raise these cubes in some way or form. So I need to do that. I need to do that cube last, so I can actually get back down. Okay, so now that we're here, I do notice that if I move any of these, I won't be able to walk across regardless. So we need to somehow find out how to be down here while also having that cube right there gone. let's ride this one first, because the middle one probably will take me here. Yes, it did. Okay, so now what I assume I need to do is go all the way back around and then activate that cube right there. And then figure out which one I need to rise to the top, probably. And this cube also takes me here. So now, every single cube is up, but what does that do for me? Because I still have the same problem of the fact that I need to raise this one to actually go across, because, as you can see, the block out of the way will allow me to walk across. Now, I'm not entirely sure what walking across would even do for me, but I now have those cubes all there. So, I mean, it looks like I can do something with that, so let me just go back down here and see what I can do. So I didn't even realize this, but you can actually go under after you raise those cubes. So that is how I get this cash cube over here. If you raise both of the cubes by going up the middle one here first, which allows you to go all the way back down and around. So this means... So what this means is I now need to bring back down both of those cubes, while also being able to, well, you know, I just have to figure out how to put them in the right order so I'm able to transform them in a way I can get across. I don't know why that was so difficult to say. It's very, very simple, actually. So the very easy, simple solution is probably to lower this one first so I can go back up. Because if I move that one down first, I won't be able to get to this cube. So let's move you first. So then we can just simply go back up this path right here to go back to the other cube, and then we'll be able to lower it, no problem. Now, we can lower this final cube here, and since the final cube, well, I guess that final cube is now out of the way, we are free to go up and down these stairs as we please. Now, of course, it does also open up brand new areas, and that seems to be an elevator that goes down, so I don't want to do that just yet. I want to go through this door. And this door has one of these guys, the evolved form of the Tengu guy. While the other leaders are making their way up, why does Commander Hikawa remain still? Well, he's the stillness guy, isn't he? Is he waiting for the Demi-Fiend? Of course he is. Why else wouldn't he? He's obsessed with me for some reason. Now then, let's go down this elevator. Now, where do you take me? Hopefully it's nearby the save station, because that would be very cool. Okay, where am I? So we've mostly been here, but we've actually have not been here. Oh, from that back attack, we actually got a level up for Raido, which gets Teki Satsu, which I don't know what it does, and he gets Agility, which is very nice. And what do you do? So, May insta-kill Almighty, and does high damage to one foe. Oh, he actually used this during the chase scene in the third Kalpa. So, what do we want to get rid of here? Probably arbitration, yeah. Yep. Because we're not going to be recruiting anybody anytime soon, and when we do, we never really have a problem with recruiting in the first place to warrant actually using the skills that help you recruit. Also, there's a chest over there, so let me just speed up and get over there. Oh wait, no, that was actually a wall in the way, I remember now. So there needs to be a cube that I get from the top floor down to the bottom. So we've actually been through these stairs, we've been everywhere except for this door right here, so let me just check out that area. So I actually died because I forgot they had events, and I used Deathbound, mistakenly, at low HP. So I got a little cocky there, so that is our third death, which was completely avoidable. I was just simply trying to speed through the battles, and, well, it happens. I didn't really lose that much progress anyways, so I just have to do that puzzle again, and that's about it, really. So at that 3-cube puzzle room, there's actually a place to the left instead of going to the right, and there's actually a soul here. The tower is nearly bursting with power of Kagutsuchi. It's so strong the high levels aren't even being formed properly. Oh, really? So it's actually like a ever-forming tower in the lore. That's pretty cool. So on the other side, it took me down to the previous floor where it kind of just bridged the gap to progress. Or not really progress, like it basically, yeah, you'd already know. But there's actually this one over here which gives us the mystical chest, which gives us a great chakra, which is very nice. So yeah, it is really just a shortcut back up to the top if you really want to, but you can also just go up those stairs, and if you really want to play it safe, you can just, in fact, save and not die from using Deathbound, I guess, is probably a thing I could do, but it's not really necessary. Anyways, I'll make my way back up. So, that's everything. That is pretty much everything for this floor. I've already been to both sides, on recording at least. So now, all that's left is to ride this way up here. Now, I have no doubt that there's going to be a save point again, probably on this floor or the next floor above, simply because, well, it would be good game design, but the enemies so far have not really been changing just yet, so pretty much the same enemies. One simple Deathbound on enemies that don't counter is pretty much the way I've been doing things. Very cool. Now then, I do have to level up Rido again, and I also got unlucky with my level up, and I didn't get a full HP recovery or MP recovery. So it's just, it is what it is. It's just Shin Megami Tensei III for you. And that one has a chest, so I'm gonna go back down and get that chest real quick. It does indeed take me to this chest, and, lucky for me, I was at a full Kagutsuchi, so I get the maximum reward from that one, probably. So a full chakra pot is very nice for the party, I'm pretty sure. Unless it was a full MP recovery for a single ally, but whatever it is, it's still MP. And a big back attack. Oh well. So there's not really a very clear way to tell which cube will take me where, but I'm pretty sure this cube will probably take me to this, oh, yeah, this second floor right here. And that will take me to a save station, which I literally called that there would be one right here. Now, I could probably backtrack and give a Mitama to my Pixie, but that would also be a lot of walking for me off camera as well, so I think we'll just move things along and continue to go up and down these cubes, and maybe there will be another terminal up top. It's just a very long journey, I would say, because this is probably the final area. Now, I'm not sure how big this tower is, but according to the lore guy inside of this tower, it's still being built as we're going up. And also, these enemies have a really high encounter rate. Why are you talking to me? Get out of here. Yeah, sure, I do have beats. Just get out of my face. Yeah, thank you for the Maka. Not that I really need it, though. Now, the thing is about this place is that looks really cool. I mean, you can clearly see, like, where the corners are, because, this was technically an older game, even though this is, like, the HD remaster. It still has that leftover charm from the older style of games, where they really rely on textures for everything. Also, that side had a chest. Damn, I gotta go back. Anyways, this chest had a lifestone, not worth it in the slightest. You are horrible to me sometimes. This game sucks. So let's test out our Tekisatsu. High damage to one foe and may insta-kill. Well, let's try it on the girl, Lou. Nice, we see the insta-kill in action. Very cool move. So that'll definitely be handy for getting rid of the very high-risk enemies that can probably kill me. Not that it can really happen if I play carefully, of course. Now then, I saw an incredible demon just up ahead. It's big, it's red. Is it still there? Maybe. I mean, you're alive, so you're probably fine, but I will actually heal my party, because this is horrible. Now, lucky for me, I have a stockpile of 43 chakra drops, so recovering MP is not a problem. Also, I have 2 of those chakra items that give me a full MP recovery for the party, so that's very cool, and also 1 for, like, a single ally. And there's also a strong power from beyond the door. Will I enter? Hang on a second. Before I do that, I'll probably take off Rido for now, because he's not really that great of a boss killer. But Nyx, mixed with the Bishamonten and Daisoju, are in fact very useful. So, the one benefit with Rido, though, is that he can negate negative effects on the party. In case of, like, being lowered of attack or defense, stuff like that, they can be very useful, but I can just call him in if that ever happens. So let's see what this red enemy is, because so far it looks kind of not red to me. It's kind of white, actually. So, that's your tail, is it? Oh, that thing. Yeah, that was your tail. You have a very cool design. It's like an axe almost, so I wonder if it's gonna swing its body at me and just slam down with a big ol' axe.
Who stirs the silence? Who opposes the coming of the kingdom of Shijima?
Shijima.
It is you.
Yeah, it's Araman. Have I seen you before at the Dive Building, or is that something else?
You have great strength. Your ideals, however, stand at odds with mine.
Correct!
Vile deceiver, I shall destroy you and erase your despicable greed.
Well, I am kind of greedy, actually. I kind of, like, explored the entire 5 kalpas just to get, like, some loot out of it. But let's fight this guy. Now then.
Amuse me with your strength, evil one, before eternal silence is upon us.
I wonder if he'll cast silence on the party.
If you do not heed my words, then I shall send you to hell. This is but a game.
Yeah, it's a lot of words for someone who's about to die.
Physical attacks are forbidden.
Gotcha. Okay. Glad we got that out of the way. So, that means I cannot use any punches, but I do have Bolt Storm that I will be passing. Because I need Daisoju to up our magic ASAP. Now, this also means Bishop 110, not the best, but I'll still be using taunts, because I'm not sure whether or not defense actually works with magic. But you, Daisoju, have Makakaja, which is very nice that I do have you, and you will repel, or actually, I'm going to raise evasion first, because evasion is sometimes better, but let's go for a Bolt Storm to see what happens. So Bolt Storm is fine. You have Active. That's okay, because you miss because of my evasion boost. But I'm not going to be using Bolt Storm at all. It's just way too weak right now, but let's experiment with fire just to see what happens. Ooh, very good damage, especially since Bishop 110 has a very high magic stat from all those Mitamas, and also the Makakajas. So if I just keep using Makakaja, and probably the defense down as well, if I'm truly honest, I can probably just debilitate you, and you will have very low stats. You really can't do much against me. And Bishop 110 can go for one more prominence to see just how much damage I can do here. Boom, 1,000! Very powerful already. And it could also have a chance to hit twice, mind you, because it is a, oh, items are forbidden. So that means I can use physical attacks again. And this is fine because I am reflective. And I wasn't really using items to begin with anyways, so let's go for a focus so that my main character can now be in the party. And let's go for a Tarukaja. Probably a double Tarukaja if I'm really being honest here. So I can skip your turn and then go for one more Tarukaja. And then the main character can go for a Spiral Viper for a one powerful hit. Oh, 3,000 damage.
Enough of this game.
Alright, what are you gonna do now?
Games are meaningless in a world of silence. Now, you shall meet your doom.
What are you gonna do? Cast Doom attacks that one-shot me? Oh. Oh, we got a phase 2 here. Oh, yeah. Now, is this the same battle, so I keep my stats and all that? Oh, this music changed, though. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's see if he actually changed his attributes. So let's just do a normal hit. Okay, so normal hits are fine, which is very good to know. So that means I can freely go for a powerful hit. But before I do that, this guy does a lot of magic attacks, so let's just go for a Makarakarn, probably. Where is it? There it is. Just to play it a little safe here. And we'll probably finish this off with the Spiral Viper, because there's no way he lives this, right? Okay, he lived, but that's because I didn't crit, simply because... Tentacle, that did do a lot of damage. But it's fine, because he wasn't that defensively anyways. Let's just summon in probably... Yeah, just bring in Rhino, why not? he deserves the experience, and he also has a good chance to crit, which could give me extra turns. And I will negate Aja effects, just so you don't have attack anymore. And let's go for a big chance to crit. Nice! Which extends my turn, and I can go for another evasion boost. Just so I don't die again. Apocalypse. Let's see what happens. Ooh. Ooh, big damage. I didn't hit any of that. Oh, okay. So normal hit as well. We're gonna go for a Meteor Han. Just to keep the entire party healthy. Very strong attack that he just did. But let's go for... I'll just Prominence, honestly. You have good attack already. Yep, 2,000 damage. Very nice that I did that. You can probably gamble for a crit, so I can extend my turns. Yeah, sure, because I don't have focus on the main character right now, so there's no reason to wait for my turn. Crit, nice. We get the turn extend, and let's go for a Tetracar, because you are doing probably almighty skill, so it doesn't even matter. But on the off chance that you aren't, we will be reflecting it. Also, if he does fire, I have a guy that reflects fire anyways. Yep. That is almighty. But it really didn't do that much anyways, so I'm fine. I have focus active right now, so let's do a Spiral Viper. Boom. 3,000 again, and he's still not dead, so this is actually much longer than I anticipated, but that's fine because I have a lot of good damage outputs from not one, but two on my side, with the main character in Bishamon 10, who is a hard carry for the team. So let's just lower... Yeah, we can probably lower defense here, but I would also need to negate it with... I think Nyx has something that negates it, actually, so I'm fine with this. You have... Oh, you don't, actually. Well, that was bad. Anyways, finish him off. Nice, we got a crit. The Kaja, that's fine. All of my buffs are gone. Apocalypse, we have Endure, so it's fine if he doesn't crit. Okay, we didn't even need Endure, so it's fine. Yeah, I guess I'll have to Meteor on here. But it's okay. Bishop 110 can probably... We do have his defense down, and he does visibly look weaker. So I can maybe go for... I'll just attack boost, because I did lose it just now. Let's go for... Actually, Dekaja would have been better for Bishop 110 to get rid of his attack buff, but it's okay. I might just do that just to not risk anything. I might just Debilitate to lower your attack. And also decrease your defense, or hit rates as well. And we might just... We could just focus, or just Spiral Viper, then focus next turn. He might just die here. Okay, no death, so I will focus next turn then. Tentacle, probably almighty, but it also might be physical as well. Simply because it is a unique attack, and the unique attacks tend to be almighty, so it doesn't even matter. As we've seen before from the angel guy Metatron, who used like a fire seemingly attack, but it wasn't actually fire at all. It was actually a trick, and it was in fact, well, not fire, it was almighty. Now, this is a huge gamble, right? But it's until next turn, and it hasn't been next turn just yet. So I will heal. And then next turn, I'll have focus and effects, right? The Kaja, that's okay. I'd rather lose my attack buffs than die, so this is fine. I would have lived that, but it's, whatever. So I do have focus active, yep. Okay, so free Spiral Viper here, please crit. Nice, we didn't crit, but we got the kill. Really cool enemy design, I love it. Very nice. It kind of has that, like, Cobra or whatever it was. I'm thinking Arbok from Pokemon has those eye things on its body. But we get lots of experience, and we get a level up for Bishop 110, which will get Endure, which we don't really need that. So, we'll just get better at the game. We don't need Endure, because we have Life Surge, and we will get Hasohapa next. And he wants to talk to me. Yep, let's talk after the boss fight. This offering I humbly present to thee. And we received the Tetraja Rock, which we don't actually have, so that's very nice. Alright, let's see this cutscene. And we see the Magutsui in the background flowing. And there's Hikawa. Are you naked?
It's so quiet.
Hope
Too
not.
quiet. I see. So, the stillness has also come for me.
Yep.
Wielder of strength, champion of want. Mold the world to your liking.
Ah, so you kind of just accepted your defeat. Very cool.
It is no longer of my concern.
Yep. Okay, it's just Doppelus, that's all. Oh! Is that a Magatama? You obtained the Earthstone. Oh, okay, cool. It looked like one because it was in that spiral shape. I wonder if they're related. Now then, since we beat one of the 3 reason bosses, I think that is actually a good stop, or a good place to end it there. Because we are powerful. And we're gonna blitz through the rest of this dungeon, no problem. It'll probably take us another 2 episodes or so, judging by our pace here. But I think that was very successful. This will take me down, right? Okay, cool. So I'm just gonna go back to the save station, maybe, just maybe off camera, put in the Mitamas into my current party, and I will just see you later. Riding down this elevator, and we'll just see this background until the episode ends. Bye-bye.